Shalom, shalom, shalom. I hope everyone is well. I hope you had a very good day today at work. And you're preparing for a good evening or whatever time of day it is that you see this video. But I just wanted to come quickly with something. I made some notes so I don't forget what I wanted to say. So I was praying about the mask. Certain things that stand out in my spirit or just keep pulling at my spirit, it's concerning. So I pray, ask the Father, I said, what is with these masks? And I understand the times. I understand what is going on. And I most importantly understand the fear with all of the events. But it just, every time I see someone, and I'm not saying that I don't wear a protection when I have to go out, but it's just something I'm like, Father, what is going on with this? I said, it's like the whole world right now is masked, and it just seems some kind of way to me. It seems so sinister, if I can use that word. But anyway, so I prayed about it, and the other day, which today is now, I think early in the week, which may have been Monday or Tuesday, I was driving, and I saw, and I was like, Father, I began to really pray, saying, what is with these masks? Because I just ain't settled with it. And Ruach that said to me, why don't you go and look up mask in the Hebrew? So when I was able to, I researched, I Googled it. What is the meaning of mask in the Hebrew? And so the word that came into my spirit, and not in my spirit, when I Googled it, what came up? The Hebrew word for mask is Masecha. It means disguise, idol. Okay, so I wasn't expecting that, right? So now, then I came upon an article that was written 30th of January 2017, and the topic was the Hebrew word for the day, Masecha. This was found on a website called the Jerusalem Prayer Team.org. So this is what they had to say. In biblical Hebrew, the word meaning Masecha means idol. But in most Bible, it is said to translate as a molten calf, as in Exodus 32 and 8. And they have turned aside quickly out of the way which I have commanded them. They have made themselves a molten calf and have worshipped it and have sacrificed unto it. Okay? So that's Exodus 32. So what they're saying is that when you go to research the word molten or Masecha, that's what you're going to come up with, a molten calf. But it actually means an idol. That's what mas means. So, and apparently all of the idols that were made of calves were young, but they were young male calves. Now I don't know what the significance of that. That is something I was like, okay, young male calf. I don't take anything for at face value. Not in this system. I'll be honest with you. Everything in this system I question, and that's why I'm questioning this. But so according to Google, a mask symbolizes or represents supernatural beings, ancestors, and fanciful or imagined figures, and a mask can also be portraits. Now listen to this. The localization of a particular spirit in a specific mask must be considered a highly significant reason for its existence. So I'm wondering, with this time in these masks, what question came to my mind? What spirit is associated with it? What spirit is being released? And I also wondered, adultery. Now I was saying that the whole world is being masked, and if it's really an idol that it represents, which means the whole world has been bowed down to idolatry. Now that's just my thinking. Sometimes I think real deep. This is just my thinking, but I don't think it's strange that when you look up the word mask in the Hebrew, you come up with idol. You understand me? That's something to think about. Okay? So what I want to say to the people, to you, is it's time to wake up. It's time to really, you don't have to be as suspicious as me, but it's time to stop taking things as face value. Stop just looking on the surface and think things through prayerfully. Okay? We are in war. This is a war. This is a spiritual war that's going on. Everything that's going on right now, it's deeper than what it appears. Okay? It is deeper, and we have got to wake up. We've got to wake up. We've got to be discerning. We've got to be prayerful. Okay? This is no coincidence. Okay? And so I want to encourage you. If you do not have a relationship with the Most High, this is the time to get into the ark of safety. I tell you, I'm feeling like Noah. I'm calling just to call the people into the ark of safety, and that is a relationship with the Father. You know, big boat coming out there. It's a relationship with Him. You've got to get your life in order with Him. That's going to be your only protection. Ephesians 5:14-16 said, "Wherefore He says, Awake you that sleep, and arise from the dead, and Masecha shall give you light. See that ye walk circumspectly, diligently, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. I am admonishing you, pray about everything." Okay? If something just causing your spirit, like it keep standing out to you, and you know, like pricking at your spirit, pray about it. Ask the Most High to reveal to you what is going on, because that's the Ruah drawing your attention to something. Okay? That is Him. So pray for discernment. Be vigilant. The scripture said that we are not to be ignorant of the enemy's devices. We are in a spiritual battle. I used to tell people before, listen, that the spiritual world is more real than the natural. You understand me? And so if you're sitting down thinking that because you can't see it, it ain't happening, buddy, think again. That's not so. Don't be deceived. Do not be deceived. There's a lot going on that's not in the natural eye. You got to get in the spirit. You got to be discerning. And so I want to encourage you today, like Ephesians 5:14-16 say, walk circumspectly, or wake up. Don't be a fool. Don't be deceived. Don't be caught off guard. You understand me? Don't just be a sitting duck waiting. Go and seek the Most High and let Him reveal to you what is going on. Once again, mask in the Hebrew is Masecha, and it means idol, disguise, idol. And the reference for it is the molten calf that was made in Exodus 32. Okay? So that's something to think about. That's something to think about, because that's there as idolatry. So we need to really pray. We need to pray and seek the Most High for guidance. Okay? So I just wanted to drop that with you today. Be encouraged, be blessed, be discerning. Yahweh bless you. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Hallelujah.